Good evening and welcome to day 20 of Bedtime Yoga for better sleep. This evening's practice is a mindful full body stretch, and you don't need any props, though if you like to elevate your hips when we're in seated forward folds, have a blanket or folded towel close by. We're going to begin today's practice, or this evening's practice, lying down on our fronts. So please make your way down to your mat. And rest all the way down, with your head resting on your hands. And just soften down into your mat. Allow yourself to arrive here this evening. And even if there's been a lot of movement in your day, allowing yourself to come to stillness. You can breathe down into your belly, and with the pressure there on the floor, feel your sides and back expand. Let your exhales be slow. And just do that one more time, please, Yogi. Expanding into your belly, into your sides, into your back, and slowly out. Let go of some tension as you do. Carefully climb your way up onto your forearms for a Sphinx pose. If you've practiced with me before, you'll know that while the traditional alignment might be elbows right under the shoulders, I prefer to take my elbows a little bit further forwards and really target the upper back, which is the part that often rounds forwards through the day and that most benefits from this stretch. So find a position that works for you. We can add in a hip stretch this evening, just by leaning a little bit to your right and sliding your left knee off the side of your mat. And so if that becomes too uncomfortable, you can extend your left leg straight back again and remain in your Sphinx. Or if you prefer to stay in a hip stretch, you could simply lower your torso down and lie flat with the knee out to the side. Relax your right leg. And you can lean over to the right to get your left leg back again. And just reverse that a little, lean over to your left side. It'll help you get your right knee out to the right side of you, kind of a half frog, half Sphinx combination. And if one or the other part of it does not work for you on this side, then feel free to release part of the pose and focus either on the half frog or the Sphinx. You're reminded just to soften the left thigh, the left side of your body here. Make sure you're not holding on with your hands too hard. And let your breath flow easily in and out through your nose. Lean to your left side and extend your right leg back out behind you and soften back down to your front. Bring your hands in underneath your shoulders and draw your elbows in a little. Roll your shoulders away from your ears and lift up the chest into a baby cobra. Big inhale here and soften your way down. Now reposition your hands off the sides of your mat And lift your palms so you're just on your thumb and fingertips. Elbows can come up quite high here, and roll up again into another version of Cobra, another back bend. Exhale, soften that down. We've just got one more of these, Yogi, please. On your next breath in, come on up. A slight variation. Drop your right shoulder towards the middle and look over your left forearm as you exhale. Inhale back up to the center. Exhale, drop your left shoulder into the middle. Let your breath go. Inhale back up to the center. And soften yourself down. And bring your hands in under your shoulders. Press your way up to a tabletop and choose. You can round into a cat pose, chin to chest, or come all the way back to a child's pose. Either way, just giving your low back or your whole back a counter pose from those back bends. Whichever one you choose is good. Just take 3 breaths. And come up to tabletop if you did sink back to child's pose. Hands quite wide, little fingers at the edge of your mat. Tone up your belly and tuck your toes. You can give it a slight push here through the shoulders and remain a couple more breaths in your tabletop. Or if you'd like to stretch your legs out for a moment into downward facing dog, you can keep your knees a little bit bent so that you can lift your tailbone high. Just relax your neck for a moment here. Don't worry about straightening the legs or getting your heels down. Just allow your pose to be easy. Have that bedtime yoga vibe to it. We'll lower the knees back down. And you may choose to cushion them with your blanket at this point. We're going to have all 10 toes tucked under and sit back onto your heels if you can. So this can be a little bit torturous for many reasons. If you're able to sit back, get all 10 toes involved in a toe stretch. If you do not love this pose, if your knees don't want to bend this much, your quads might be tighter, or you have some knee stuff going on, feel free at this point to sit directly onto your blanket or the ground while we do the next arm variation. I'll keep moving so that I don't torture your toes too long. Stretch your arms out wide, please. Take a breath in and wrap your right arm under your left. You can take your hands to the opposite shoulder, or if you're able to wrap your right fingers into your left palm, come into an eagle. Take a breath or two. Reach your arms out like wings going wide. Left arm under right. Wrap it up to hold your opposite shoulder or to an eagle arms. Again, a couple of breaths. If you need to release your toes, you can do. If you can stay with me for these next couple of breaths, maybe shift the weight towards your little toe side. Staying calm. Wonderful. Release. Take your arms out. If you're sitting, you can remain sitting for a moment. If you're kneeling, just shift forwards and wiggle all of your toes. They should hopefully, thank you for coming out of a toe stretch. That was a good hold in that one. And we'll all make our way to sitting down. So if you're already there, we'll come and join you. You can elevate your hips just for comfort, and sit with your legs either straight out or at this time a little bend in them, or I've got quite a generous bend going on here. We're going to take the right hand up, left hand to the floor next to you, and a simple side body stretch to open up your right ribs. The right hand to the left side. Just making sure in our evening practices we try and move our spine in all of the range of motion. Come on up and release your right arm. Take your left one up and side body stretch over the top. Come up, please. Release. And we're coming into a forward fold. You can extend both legs all the way straight. And in fact, if you're on the tighter side and seated folds are difficult, you could have your knees as bent as we had them just a moment ago and fold into those. That can feel really good, especially if you've got some low back tension as well. So find a leg variation that works for you. I like to keep my feet a bit separate. It makes it a tiny bit easier than when they're together. We'll take a breath in, rise up through the crown of the head. As you exhale, start to tilt forwards, let the hands rest on the floor either side of the legs. And just go to that first sensation of stretch. If you feel okay closing your eyes, let them close and become still. From the inside, feel what is your neck doing. Is the neck a continuation of the spine? Do you have the chin too close to your chest or too high? Can you find somewhere that feels nicely centered in the middle of those two? Resist the urge to round deeply in this pose. Keep your back quite straight feeling. One more deep breath, lengthening out a little bit and deepening down on your exhale. Come up as you breathe in. Slide your feet in so the soles of your feet rest together. And bring your feet quite close if you can, coming into Baddha Konasana, so targeting the inner thighs now. Hold on to your feet if you can reach them and sit up. Roll the shoulders down away from your ears. Pull your knees down towards the floor. Exhale, start to hinge forwards at your hips, again keeping your spine quite straight. If this feels a little too intense, either don't fold so far or you're welcome to move your feet further away. The further away they get, the more it will become a hip stretch. And that's okay. That's what you need. Keep bringing your attention back to your even flow of breath. And thoughts may arise, but you're choosing to stay with your breath instead. And we'll come up, bring your knees up. If like me, you're near the back of your mat, shimmy forwards and lie down to your back, please. Let's just release the hips for a moment. Place your feet on the floor a little bit wider than your hips, your knees bent, and the arms out wide, and just go side to side in some slow windshield wipers. And just like it sounds, like the windshield wipers on your car, going nice and slow, side to side. Just to release any residual tension from around the hips that may have accumulated in those folds. Now, the next time you go to the left, please stay with both knees on the left, and you can stay just like this. Or you can add a little bit of a twisting action by lifting your left foot, the left leg, that's the one on the floor, the closest to the floor, and resting that left outer foot and ankle onto the outside of your right knee. And just seeing if that feels good. For me, I have to move my right foot to the left a little bit for it to be just right. So never feel like you're anchored or restricted. Just make your poses work for you. Release through that right hip flexor. Feel it lengthening. Come out of this, releasing your left ankle from the outer knee, all the way over to the right with both legs, both knees. And you are, of course, welcome to hold here. Alternatively, lift the right ankle and foot up and rest the outside of a right ankle and foot onto the outside of your left knee. Just gently weighing it down, and feel free to adjust the position of your left leg to get this to work just right for you. It's a bit of a peculiar stretch, but a good one nonetheless. And release through the left hip flexor in this last breath. Can you relax your legs rather than tensing them? And release. Come back up to the center if you need to just shimmy your knees another time side to side. Rest with them pointing to the ceiling. Just lift your hips up and release your low back down to the floor, then your hips back down. If it doesn't quite touch, that's okay. Pop your hands onto your belly, one on top of the other. And take your lovely deep breath in that fills up the belly, lifts the hands, feel yourself expand. Breathe into your ribs, into your side, up into your chest and your shoulders. Hold when you're full, and release your day with a sigh. Make your way gradually up, over to your side, and up to your seat. And rest your hands together. Complete your practice with one more full breath in and out. Thank you for joining me this evening. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this Bedtime Yoga for Better Sleep class. For a whole month of Bedtime Yoga, be sure to check out the series. Until next time, good night.